Good morning, everyone. I hope that everyone is safe and healthy and warm today. And thank you for taking part in Happiness House's Phase 2 Apartments virtual ribbon cutting celebration. I'm Mary Walsh Bofield. I'm the president and CEO of Happiness House, CP Rochester, and Rochester Rehabilitation, and very proud to share that we have had over 600 frontline and essential workers working courageously and tirelessly for the last 340 days, keeping individuals safe and healthy while providing them with clinical, educational, community, and residential services. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who has suffered and been impacted by this devastating virus. We are here today, though, to celebrate the opening of 30 new affordable housing units. Happiness House Phase 2 was made possible in part by our partners' unwavering commitment to recognize that, yes, we can, and we will do this. And I'd like to welcome back and thank New York State Lieutenant Governor Kathleen Hogel and her staff who are joining us today. The Lieutenant Governor took part in our groundbreaking just a year ago, and yes, it was dark and cold and snowy in Canandaigua, so we'll have to invite you back when the sun is shining in Canandaigua, but thank you for being here today. I want to thank Ann Costello, Executive Director of the Golisano Foundation, Frank Hamlin, President and CEO of Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, Susan Constantino, President and CEO of CP Associations of New York, Brian Meath, the Board Chair of Happiness House and Ability Partners, Inc., Richard Hawks, Jr., Ability Partners Foundation Board Chair, Terry Mine, Vice President of Strategic Initiatives, and Patty Cunningham, Executive Vice President and our CFO. As unique as we all are, one of the commonalities we all want out of life is to live in a comfortable and safe home, which is a social determinant of health, promoting overall health and wellness. Happiness House in CP Rochester has been extremely successful in meeting the residential needs of individuals of all abilities in our communities. We continue to provide high quality, cost-effective services while realizing operational efficiencies through shared services, which is a win-win for the individual, for New York State, and for our organizations. So I'm filled with excitement to learn about Tim and Candace and Javon's journey and finding their new home here on Happiness House Boulevard in Canandaigua. So I'm pleased to introduce our Lieutenant Governor, Kathleen Hogel, who has served in all levels of government from town board to Congress, where she represented New York State's 26th congressional district. Since 2015, she has served as the highest ranking female elected official in New York. As Lieutenant Governor, she chairs the statewide regional economic development councils and spearheads the administration's economic development and job creation efforts. Across New York State, she works to champion policies to transform our economy, including workforce development, job training, and closing the gender wage gap. So please join me in welcoming our New York State Lieutenant Governor, Kathy Hogel.
Well, good morning, Mary. And yes, it's a different circumstance. I remember talking to you last year and saying, you said you're going to get it done in a year. I said, you're really going to get this done in a year. That's quite extraordinary. And you did it. So I feel like I've been denied a special event by not being there in person, but at least we're able to celebrate and welcome the new owners of these wonderful places personally. And you know, acknowledge that this is transformative for people's lives. And so I want to thank you and your entire team everybody at Happiness House who really just believes in every human to have the dignity to have a roof over their head, and also just to be treated with respect and dignity, and to understand that, you know, some people fall by the wayside and can fall through the cracks of society. And, you know, especially this pandemic is really, really hard on people. But a day like today gives me a sense of optimism to know that there are people like you who are extraordinarily caring, and everyone from our administration, HCR, and all the incredible teammates who make sure that we are able to provide great services like this to people. I also want to thank the supervisor, Kathy Menikots, for hosting this as well. I look forward to coming out and seeing this in person. And I always do stop into downtown Canandaigua. Every time I'm there, there's great candy shops. I stop for crepes. I'm always eating when I'm in Canandaigua, and I walk along the waterfront just to see the charming little boathouses. And it just, you know, gives me a sense of calm. And I have to tell you, sometimes you might even see me there next week. I might just escape over there and take a peek at what you've accomplished. But again, this is a statement of our priorities. When we're able to do a project like this, a continuation of our $20 billion commitment to make sure that no one has to ever endure sleeping on the streets or not getting the services they need. This is part of that solution. And this is really what we're called to do. When we think about what you do for the least of my brothers, we're called to that in the Gospel, St. Matthew, something that has inspired me my entire life to do things for other people. And we've invested in just even the Finger Lakes region, $639 million, and preserving or creating over 7,700 units of affordable housing and apartments in the Finger Lakes alone just since 2011. And we're going to continue this. And so I want to thank everyone involved in the mental health sides of this as well. There's a lot of people who really, really have been hit hard through this pandemic. The isolation, not be able to reach out to a support group, not be able to talk to your therapist. And so this is an area where I believe that telehealth services are going to continue to help support people in their recovery. But first of all, they need a place to live. They need a place they're safe. They need a place they're secure. And that's exactly what you're offering here today. So HCR, OTDA, NYSERDA, Federal Loan Home Bank, and the Golisano Foundation, I want to thank all of you for making this possible. And I will be there in person and look forward to celebrating the new life for so many people as a result of the efforts and the vision of people from Happiness House. So thank you for including me in this, and I will be there. I will promise to come in person, get a great tour, and just thank all of you for believing and caring enough about your fellow human beings to create this wonderful opportunity for them to have a whole new beginning. So thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Yes, we will invite you back, and we hope to see you in warmer weather. So I want to thank you and Governor Cuomo for providing the support necessary in creating affordable housing in the Finger Lakes. As you know, our board of directors and staff are committed to fulfilling our agency's mission, which is safe, affordable housing for individuals with and without disabilities in the Finger Lakes. And this could not be achieved without your support. So thank you so much, Governor.
Thank you, Mary.
Commitment to strengthening communities and growing the Finger Lakes economy is reflected in Finger Lakes Forward, our region's comprehensive blueprint to generate robust economic growth and community development. So thank you so much for helping and letting us be a part of this growth and development.
Thank you. We'll be there for you.
Good morning, everyone. As we continue with our thank yous today, I'd like to begin by thanking Mary and the boards of Happiness House and the Ability Partners Foundation. Without their commitment to affordable housing, this project would not be possible. I'd like to introduce board members who have joined us this morning from both the Happiness House Board and Ability Partners Foundation Board. Thank you for joining us this morning. In addition to the board support, we continue to have strong support from our legislators. Joining us this morning are Taryn Wyndham, Finger Lakes Regional Director representing Congressman Tom Reed, Adeline Rudolph, Field Representative for Senator Pam Helming, and Ellie Gustafson, Director of Constituent Services representing Assembly Member Jeff Gallahan. Thank you all for your ongoing support of Happiness House. It means a lot to us and those that we support. In a few minutes, we're going to share some testimonials from the new tenants that have moved into Happiness House Phase 2. But before we do that, I'd like to take a few minutes to thank the project team that completed the project not only on time, but under budget. Before we begin our thank yous, we'd like to take a brief moment of silence in recognition of a dear colleague, Tim Zagarowitz. Tim was a principal at SWBR and was the lead architect for this project. Tim has partnered with Happiness House on the CP Transition Apartments in Rochester, the Golisano Autism Center, and Happiness House Phase 1 and Phase 2. Everyone who worked with Tim knows what an excellent team member he was. Not only was he knowledgeable, hardworking, and very responsive to other team members' needs, he was always a supporter of the project. I could say many positive things about Tim because there are many that I could share, but I'll stop by saying that Tim understood that our buildings, whether they were apartment buildings or a service building like the Autism Center, needed to function well for the individuals of all abilities. It's really not easy to have a building that's easy to maintain, warm and inviting, and meet a diverse population's needs. But Tim made it look easy. So please join me in a moment of silence in recognition of Tim's life and share your thoughts and prayers for his wife and daughters. All projects face some bumps in the road, and this project was no different. What allowed us to complete the project ahead of schedule and under budget was the dedicated, talented, and hardworking project team. As always, the town of Canandaigua boards and staff were very supportive and assisted us in obtaining the approvals and permits we needed. Little did they know that we would ask them to approve 2 final site plans in a very short period of time. The 3rd week of December in 2019, Lasesi Construction discovered that an old abandoned gas line wasn't actually located in the easement that had been shown on our site map for decades. Within 2 weeks, the town helped approve a new final site plan that allowed us to move the 8-unit building back 3 feet to avoid the easement and to begin groundbreaking on time. I'd like to thank Kathy Menikotz, town supervisor, Doug Finch, town manager, Chuck Boiler, chairman of the planning board, Eric Cooper, town planner, and Jean Chrisman, town clerk, as well as Ed Perone of Brown Engineering for everything they did to get us off to a good start. In addition to approvals for construction, we had a great team assisting us with final approvals from our grantors and funders to move the project forward. I'd like to thank Patricia Deek, HCR specialist, and Constant Adisset, project manager for HHAP. In addition, Tim McLaughlin, senior architect from HCR, and Mike Shaw, project inspector for HCR, worked with us throughout the project. Kevin Overton, our attorney from Harris Beach, and Richard, senior loan officer from Lyons National Bank, Kelly McCullen from Raymond James, all assisted us in getting the project to move forward. Tim Zagarowitz, Joe McNitch, project architect, and Dave Newton, construction administrator manager from SWBR, all worked hard to keep the submittals, the request for information, and change orders moving quickly. We appreciate everything they did for the project. Shortly after dealing with needing to relocate the 8-unit building, Lasesi Construction was faced with how to do a day-to-day construction project in the world full of COVID concerns. They developed a well-thought-out plan that allowed us to continue the project without interruption. The Lasesi team was very well coordinated and worked hard each and every day. We're truly grateful for Jason Sokola, Vice President, Ben Nelson, Senior Project Manager, Kayla Pliska, Assistant Project Manager, Jake Flynn, Project Superintendent, Timo Havens, Project Superintendent, and Katie West, Project Coordinator, for all they did in the project. I've never seen a group work so hard to overcome unpredictable hurdles as well as predictable hurdles. We got our utilities on time. People that are in construction know how difficult that is. And even in the face of COVID, Kayla was able to get us all the appliances we needed to open, a very difficult task if anybody's had to try to buy appliances in the last year. Thank you to construction team members who worked differently in helping us bring this project home, from virtual construction meetings to creative ways to obtain signatures, to maintaining social distancing for inspections. They each and every one supported the Happiness House team. As we move forward in these uncertain times, I want to make sure Janet Meiselman from Expert Consulting understands that she is the anchor of our team. Whenever I have a need or a question, Janet is the person I call. Her dedication to affordable housing is well known throughout New York State. Thank you, Janet. As the project neared completion, new partners joined us in making the project operational. Providence House is the property management company for the new facilities. I'd like to thank Helen Bianchi, Vice President of Property Management, Renee Klatt, Compliance Manager, and Susan Barber, our new apartment manager. This is our first project with the Office of Addiction Services and Supports, and Maggie Taylor and Jordan Romano, both senior housing associates, have helped us greatly in getting the eShai grant up and running. This grant allows Happiness House, in collaboration with Finger Lakes Area Counseling and Recovery Services and Rochester Rehabilitation, to provide a wide variety of supports and services to our new tenants. Yvonne Fitzgerald, Director of Housing and Vocational Rehab Services from PLACRA, has assisted 5 of the new tenants through the application process and move-in. Thank you, Yvonne. Last but never least, I'd like to thank the Happiness House staff who have assisted throughout the project. Donna Posha, Vice President of Individual Family and Support Services, Jessica McDonald, Director of Individual Family and Support Services, Bruce Reed, Maintenance Supervisor, Judy Goodman, Program Secretary. Thank you all for everything you did to help the tenants get the applications, get moved in, and get settled. Now we'd like to share a little bit about Happiness House Phase 2. It included the development of 30 units of permanent affordable housing through the construction of 2 new buildings, a 22-unit building that has 21 bedroom apartments and 2 2-bedroom apartments, and an 8-unit building with 8 efficiency apartments for seniors age 55 and older who have at least one limitation in activities of daily living. 9 units have been set aside for tenants who were homeless at the time that they moved in. These tenants are eligible for a large number of supports and services thanks to the Empire State Supportive Housing Initiative grant that we've received. 5 one-bedroom apartments have been given to individuals who have a history of substance use disorder. They will receive supports from FLACRA, Rochester Rehab, and Happiness House as they move forward with looking for employment and maintaining a permanent home. 4 studio apartments have been set aside for frail elderly who are also homeless. They get a number of supports as well, including orientation, cognitive supports, and socialization. Happiness House will provide residents with service based on their needs, and all services will be individualized. At this time, we'd like to share with you a testimonial from Tim, who moved into the senior housing. Tim shares, "I'll have more people around that know about brain injury and that will make me feel secure. I'll be close to the therapies I need. I'll have friends to come and visit me whenever I want, and I'll have more personal freedoms and can go out for coffee or stay in and do my exercises." This is a dream come true for Tim. Many of us have known Tim for many years and so excited that he has a home of his own. At this time, we're giving you a virtual tour of the senior building. So this is Tim's apartment, his kitchen area. The sleeping area. Dining and living room. Anybody who knows Tim will know they helped fill this with friends soon. And this is his bathroom. This is the common area in the seniors building. The building was built to make sure that we promote socialization and prevent isolation of the seniors that live there. And now we're going to share an interview with Candace.
How I found out about the apartment was I was living in supportive living, and I found out through FLACRA, through the housing coordinator. She let me know about the opportunity here, and so she said that there was an opportunity here to move in here, and that there was a really great place that was brand new to move into, and I was very excited for the opportunities. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that it's brand new and it's great that everything is fresh and clean and never lived in, so it's the best. I love the security part about it, and I mean, although it's a little bit further up from being out of town,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still pretty centrally located. My future goals, I want to attend some training and medical assistant at FLCC in the spring. Yep, that's my plan. That's just all for me. Just I got some furniture. I got some additional furniture from my niece, and I just my own designs.
This is Candace's apartment. Thank you, Candace, for sharing your apartment with us. Now we have an interview with Javon.
I found out I was in supportive living, and I found out about it through her name's Yvonne, and she worked for FLACRA, of course. She asked me, she said, where would you want to live? I said, it don't matter. Look, I'm not going back to Rochester. I don't want to go back. I mean, I want to start over. I want to do better. I want to get a job. I want to get my own place again. This time I'm not going to lose it. I mean, because I'm making better choices. I'm older now. Life is short. So, you know, here I am. I like the environment or whatever compared to what I'm used to. You know, it's just, everything is so spread out, and get from point A to point B is hectic, but it's peaceful. Only thing that's in Rochester is my daughter, so, I mean, I had to sacrifice being away from her, I mean, just to do better for myself, so. And I love being a father. It's just life hit me. I mean, hand dealt me different, so. I'm thankful either way. I got my own for now, and I'm praying to keep it because it's a blessing. I'm thankful. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I mean, I like the security. I mean, I'm able to relax. I don't have to deal with people. I mean, I don't mind dealing with people, but at the end of the day, it's like I can come in here and just be in my own. Getting remarried for one, getting a job. First and foremost, get a job. I need a job. I need to be doing something. Sitting here, watching cable, playing PS4, texting on Facebook, anything that's not doing it. I need to be busy. I don't mind working. If there's training involved, I'm with it. You know, because I strive for the best.
Yeah.
Tim, Candace, and Javon's stories are just 3 examples of why the work Happiness House and all our partners do is so important. Happiness House is committed to all the social determinants of health, and housing is at the top of our list. Providing affordable, accessible, and safe homes not only improves physical and mental health outcomes, it also decreases healthcare costs. We could not do it with all of you. At this time, we'd like you to join us for the actual ribbon cutting. First up is the senior 8-unit building. To the side. 22. We got a little better with practice there. On behalf of Happiness House, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for everything you've done and for joining us this morning and celebrating the opening of Happiness House Phase 2. Thank you and have a great day.